All right, Libra. Libra rising. Those with their moons in Libra. Welcome to November. Yes, it is Scorpio season, which actually started October 22nd. So, a little bit of the end of October as well into November until November 21st. We're going to be talking about for you, Libra. And this is Scorpio season. It's activating your second house of money. So, get excited. It's also activating the second house is not just about money, it's about your how you value yourself, and it can be sometimes about the foods that you're eating as well, because it has to do with the mouth and things like that, and using food as fuel and things like that. But it's a lot about the values. You could be making money, spending money, but let's dive deeper into your astrology and also the cards. We will be using our cards today, as well as a special guest tarot of the Enchanted Soul by Yasmin Westwood. It's always a fun one to use. So if you're new to my channel, thanks for joining me. I am Trina, your intuitive guide with a chakra vibe, helping you navigate life's energies. All right. So Libra money line here. And so, yes, your second house is being activated by the Scorpio. So going deep into the layers of how you value yourself, how you do money. And Scorpio likes to go deep and be transformative. So this could be a really good time too if you're a business owner, a solopreneur like me, a soulpreneur. It could be about creating new ways to create income in your business, for example, maybe some passive income streams or something like that. Because the second house is really the way we kind of make money, really. And so you can look at some different ways to do that. We do have a full moon on November 5th. Da, da, da. In Taurus, though, and the moon loves being in Taurus. So this full moon is going to be pretty good, I would say. I mean, it is in your eighth house, so it's activating your money in the way of your joint finances. It can be also bringing you some steadiness in marriage, maybe, or something like that, or maybe some money's coming to you from a divorce too. I mean, it can go either way. It depends on your chart, but really it can do with the joint things, right? The joint partnerships, that the joint spouse stuff. But it's also about your debt, and there's a full moon illuminating and highlighting how do we do our other money, your loans, your debt, your mortgage, your cryptocurrency, your real estate investments, all these kind of things. It is a good time, Libra, to work on those things. If do you have to finalize anything with the government when it comes to your will or to your pension or to things like that, the government money and your other money kind of thing. So there is a big money sort of vibe here for you, Libra. So it's good to be financially responsible and do the things you need to do to get more money. All right. And it can even be as simple as making a budget and seeing, okay, do I really need this, that? Really looking at your credit card statements and everything like that with a tooth comb, and really thinking, well, maybe I don't need that. Maybe I could consolidate, or maybe that's another thing too, is that you have a lot of credit card debt. Could be a good time to get a consolidation loan, for example, or talk to your financial advisor. Of course, I'm not one of those, but the point of reducing your interest rates that you're paying and things like that, right? Okay, Libra. So then the money line continues under that new moon, new beginnings in Scorpio on November 20th. So really for the whole month, you are feeling the money and finances and values and what's valuable to you now, because your values have probably changed, Libra, as well. And we do have some action with Mars moving into Sagittarius, the go-go planet, on November 5th. And that has a lot to do with your community and your social networks. Let's say you have your own business and consulting business or whatever. It's good to get your messaging good and straight and impactful and to the point, and get on the TikTok and the YouTube and whatever. Do festivals and summits and speaking engagements. That can be very good for you, Libra, starting on November 5th. And so we also have Mercury, the planet of communications and talking and thinking. The messenger planet Mercury is in Libra, your sign. And so you are really going to be feeling the vibes of trying to find harmony in the way you speak and having tact and finding the best ways to get your messaging out to the right people and attracting the right people to your business, for example, and harmony with all that communication and things like that. So that looks really interesting. And it could be too because the first house is attached to the seventh. That's a line. And seven is the people, your fans, your audience. It's also your spouse or your partnerships, or it could be business partnerships as well. So trying to like your thinking and talking and speech is going to be very Libra flavored, extra Libra flavored. And Libra likes to find harmony and likes to find justice, in the speech, and having tact. And there's going to be a beauty to you in the way you speak. It's going to attract the right people to you. So don't be afraid to speak and get your message out and talk about your passions and that kind of stuff as well. Share, whether you have your own business or not. It's about sharing your passions, and your voice will be beautiful and impactful. So that looks good, Libra, for you indeed. And then on November 7th, I believe, Venus moves into Scorpio. And so now, uh, oh, I jumped. Okay, so yeah, Mercury moves into Scorpio on November 18th. So for most of November, you'll be feeling a lot of identity shifts with Mercury in your sign, Mercury Libra, and we talked about your messaging, okay? But then I look at Venus, which is your ruling planet. And so right now, Venus is in Libra, which you have been loving, I think, because Venus loves being in Libra and it rules you. So you've been loving the love, I think. Um, you seem to get what you want lately, Libra, because you're just naturally, because Venus is the love and beauty planet. So you're just, and it's in your first house of Libra, it's in Libra. So you are just naturally magnetic right now. But then on November 7th, Venus will move into Scorpio. And so it's going to be a little different vibe. This is when we really starting in November 7th, you're really going to start having a lot more energy and stuff about your self-worth. And it could be too that you want to start a weight training thing. Like I'm 47 years old, and for hormones and things like that, it's very important to do strength training, right? And so you might be kind of going on that too with that second house. And you'll also be working on your finances in the second house as well. So you're really going to be looking at what is worth it to me now. And there's a deep transformation there about the way you do money, or the way you grew up with money, or the money programming, all that kind of stuff too. So Libra, it would be a good idea for you to maybe do some hypnosis at night. I like to do that. Or maybe some solfeggio, binaural beats, that kind of stuff. Something to reprogram the consciousness for success and money and abundance, and that you're worth it, Libra, to have all those things. Okay. That could be like a self worth issue thing going on too. And it could be Scorpio wants you to really look deeply at your finances, okay, Libra, and decide where can we make more money and go really deep. Scorpio likes to go deep, like layers of the onion, get to the middle of the Tootsie Pop, that kind of vibe as well, okay, Libra? Now, there is some cool stuff going on too with your career, right? The 10th house, because Jupiter is in Cancer, bringing you luck in your 10th house of career, fame, reputation. So you have a lot of ability here in November, Libra, to rise into, your passion, to rise into your reputation, maybe a little bit of fame. Okay, Libra, things like that is looking favorable for you, and it can bring in income. So don't be afraid to sell. Okay, the art of selling and that kind of thing. And it's not like buy my shit, right? It's more like showing them something really cool about you and why you're passionate about this, and inviting them into something with you, right? More of an invitation, and instead of thinking of it as selling. And you'll be very dynamic, and like people will really resonate with your energy here in November for you, Libra, to be able to make more money in your business, or even in your career. If you don't have a business and you're working somewhere, it could be a good time for you to um, get promoted, right? The cosmos are favoring you, making you more attractive, making people more receptive to your messaging, things like that, right? So it could be a good time to either get a new position within your organization, or go for a new one, the job of your dreams or whatever, right? It is a good time for you to make more money. And it could be that some of you want to just start maybe a side business or a side hustle, we call it, in order to make a little extra cash on top of what you're making at your career, right? At your business, at your job. So there's that too, Libra. It's looking real good. But like I said, you're on the money line here, and it's time to focus on the finances. But Jupiter's bringing you luck in the top of your chart, that where you have the fame, the recognition, reputation, all that kind of stuff. So it's very favorable for you, Libra. So that looks good indeed. Okay, let's get on to the card. Okay, so we're going to use our cards, the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle, Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand, and they do come as a set on my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, so let's start with the Lenormand. We'll tap 3 times, or I should say knock 3 times to get the energy off, because I've been in lots of readings lately. You've probably seen me around. But in any case, let's shuffle for Libra in November, Scorpio season, to be more descriptive. You can't make this stuff up. This is the money card in Lenormand, fish money. And did I not start off the show by saying, Libra, you're on the money line? So yes, there's a lot of abundance here for you, Libra, if you make action towards it, and rewatch this video later to see all the tips and tricks. But definitely money's on your mind, and abundance and things like that. So that's good. Especially the fish card in Lenormand is for people who have their own business quite often too, soulpreneurs. So go, Libra, go. That is looking good indeed. And now let's pull from the Power of Eight Chakra pink for I don't know, some big brother sisterly vibes. It's more of a energy healing sort of deck, whereas the Lenormand is more of a predictive style of deck. Okay, I am safe. Look at that. The red root chakra at the bottom, Libra. You are safe to make more money. You are safe to value yourself. You are safe to message and deliver the message to the world and shine your gifts, right? And I am safe. Red root chakra, feeling safe, doing the things that make you feel safe. And so that could be like the black tourmaline, Shanghai smoky quartz. Put in the comments some of the root chakra grounding stones you've been using, Libra. This is a good thing to do indeed. I would recommend for essential oils, because I'm a big essential oil lover, and anything from a tree, cedar wood, sandalwood, cinnamon bark, things like that too, as your in your essential oil blends for diffusing or spraying or putting on your wrist, you know what I mean? So that looks good. I am safe, right? And it is a number one, the beginning of the movie, right? The one is a start of something here. And you've probably recently started something new, Libra, and because uh, it's something new with the money, something new with the money and the finances and the security and feeling safe with the money, right? So do all the things that you can to feel safe when it comes to that stuff, okay? And it starts by analyzing your finances right now, looking at everything you spend your money on, keeping track of it, creating a little budget just for a few months to see, what do I need? What do I don't need? What's going on with my finance? Becoming friends with your money. That's where it can start. And then it'll open up the doors to get you more money, right? Okay, let's go and see in the Tarot, the Enchanted Tarot of the Enchanted Soul by Yasmin Westwood. Okay, let's pull a tarot card. I really love these cards. They're so cute. They got that gold edging. So let's knock three times for Libra, a tarot card. What could we know for Scorpio season, October 22nd to November 21st? Oh, there we go. Oh, we've got the Judgment card, which is a lot about the awakening. And it's 20, so 2 plus 0, right? Is a 2. It's a 2 card. And you're in the second house of money and partnerships and things like that. And so this is an awakening for you, Libra, in a sense of transformation. And it's an awakened transformation, whistling your own tune and rising up and transforming in some way. And the judgment side of it can be, well, maybe I need to just take a really good look at what's going on with my money, what's going on with my self-worth. Am I valuing myself, or am I feeling scared to share my message because I feel judged, judgment, right? So this is a signal for you, Libra, to let that all go and go for the abundance and whistle your own tune and be unapologetically you, Libra, here in November in all that you do, because you're beautiful and popular in November during Scorpio season. And lots of things are going for you in a good way, should you choose to believe that and should you choose to go down that path. So if you liked this reading, Libra, come see me for more at www.themoontree.org. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide with a chakra vibe, helping you navigate life's energies. And I'll see you in the next one, Libra. Bye.